welcome to another episode of The Fan, coming to you from the home base here at West Tigers, Concord, and taking pride of place. Andrew Voss is the 2005 Premiership trophy, of course, 20 years. Can you believe it since that infamous moment?
Oh, it was an incredible year. It was an amazing year. The Tigers, you know, halfway through the season, they're gone. They go on to win the comp. They're not even meant to be in the grand final, nor were the Cowboys. It was meant to be Parramatta and the Dragons with respect. Didn't happen that way. And watching the Tigers that year, I still love a quote from Tim Sheens. He said, the Tigers of 05, the way they played their football, they keep him old and they keep him young. Or they keep him young and they keep him old. But he was just the perfect foil for a team of young players, the mix of the old. It was an amazing year.
Yep, fairy tale finish to the season for the Tigers, for Tim Sheens. Let's start the show by hearing from two of the stars of the show on the day, two of our current NRL coaches.
Played back for Farron to go to the right for Prince. He holds it back. He puts a kick up in the air. Bowman is tackled. Chance of the pass. There's no touchdown. Hodgson taken by Norton. He took him late. Marshall skips away. Marshall's still going. Marshall's got Richards coming up outside. Now inside. Richards pursued. He pushes Johnson away. And Richards has scored. Try, link to the field stuff. Tackle by Fayumu. Across the park, Farah linking him. Lafreniere has scored for the West Tigers. Dummies once, dummies twice. Pushes away third time off Furman. Goes to Elford. Goes to Fitzhenry. Then Hodgson puts a kick in. And the big hombres. Payton scores. The Tigers.
West Tigers, 2005 Premiers.
The special year for West Tigers because you will celebrate, can you believe it, 20 years since its first premiership?
It's actually crazy, you know, like it feels like yesterday we won. I can still remember it clearly, and I guess for a lot of us, you know, it's the only premiership that a lot of us actually won. So we've got a special bond, and we've actually been talking about what we're going to do for our 20-year anniversary and go on a trip together, which we're working out at the moment. And we leave that up to guys like John Skandalis, who are old and do nothing.
Can you reflect for us on the great camaraderie and, I guess, memories that are forever with that group that you tasted the ultimate success with?
We're all still very good friends to this day. When we see each other, it's like nothing's changed. We carry on like we're 20-year-old again. So I'm really looking forward to this catch-up. That group, there are a number of guys within that team that are still involved in rugby league across a lot of clubs, which is, I guess, testament to the type of character of everyone involved in that group.
If you think back to that season and the ups, the downs that you had, you know, what do you remember about thinking, this is it, we've got this group to make it all the way?
It was actually quite weird. Well, I think we were like 13th after midway through the competition, and we're actually slowly, we won 8 in a row, and throughout those 8 games we won in a row, we built more confidence, and I guess with the way we played quite a different style. The confidence went from level to level, and by the end of the season, you know, everything was paying off for us, and we were quite an attacking team that year, but then throughout the semi-finals, I think we had the lowest defensive record of any team through the semis, so we were able to put it together at the right time. And I still remember Sheensy and Royce before our games in the semis saying, we've got nothing to lose today, and if we lose today, oh well, let's just go out and have fun. And that's like exactly how we played.
You look like you're a team that just clicked, had a ball together, playing a new style of footy that we hadn't seen before. I think you went 8 in a row, you lost the last two of the regular season.
That's right.
But then the final series, what confidence were you getting with each win? Because you knocked off some big teams. And how do you remember feeling come game day?
It was quite weird, actually. I remember we played the Cowboys first semi, and we beat them by a big score. Hodjo broke the record, I think, for most points in a game in a semi for us. Then we played the Broncos, probably not expected to win. And I remember, I think I held up a try and then I got an intercept, and then I think we ran away with that game, 30-something. And then it was just like oh, well, we got nothing to lose again, you know, and then we had to play the Dragons in the prelim and again, expected to lose. And it was actually, I got a funny story on that. We were actually in the sheds just before the game, and Sheensy usually practices all these plays during the week, and he grabbed myself and Brett Hodgson before the game and he says, today, if you get a scrum early, I want to run the scrum play. Mark Gasnier, he sort of comes up in defence. I think you can get around him. So we did no practice on this play. He just said it and he said, can you do it, Hodjo? And he said, can you do it? I said, yeah, sweet. And sure enough, I think 5 minutes into the game, we got a scrum. And exactly what he said would happen, happened.
Prince to the open side to Hodgson. They run decoy after decoy. Marshall, he's over! The Tigers are in! Benji Marshall has scored! First try of the night, coming after 3 minutes, and the crowd has absolutely erupted. Now for Dean Hallertau. Hallertau! He's over! Played by Fulton. Quick hands, catch and pass, they're over again! They're over again! He's inside the 10, he goes to second man, Marshall. Quick hands, they're over again! They're in again, the Tigers. There's the siren. Tim Mander will call time. An historic moment. The merged club, the West Tigers, will go to their first grand final.
You know, I love the grand final, but that prelim was probably the best atmosphere out of all the games in that year. I remember driving to the game, like the fans on the street, it was crazy. Like, we were stopped on the road, traffic, and people knocking on our windows. It was just, well, crazy, you know, but great memories.
When we look at incredible grand finals, the 2015 Cowboys-Broncos comes to mind, but that 05, in terms of highlights, it's just one that comes up so very much. And I guess I can't imagine what it's like to be able to say you were on that field when some of those amazing moments happened.
Yeah, watched it. Yeah, technically, Benji was on the wing as a halfback, or 5'8", and we sort of done that probably the last 3 or 4 games, just with his shoulder and just, I guess, trying to hide him a little bit. And then he was able to slice through with some speed and footwork, and Paddy with it on pretty much one leg. If it was any other winger, I don't know whether he'd be there. And Paddy's such a good sportsman and caught the ball one-handed and had a fair bit of work to do with the palm and get over the line. And yeah, it's awesome when I see it.
Your try assist in the first half will go down as one of the best we've ever seen. On this show, every year we speak to the players and it comes up every single year. And I mean, really, what is that like for you 20 years later?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, a lot of people probably recognise that moment with me. You know, I guess I was just lucky. Like, if you think about it, Pat Richards wasn't supposed to play. I think he had like 20 needles in his ankle, broke it the week before. And if he's not playing, I don't think anyone else probably gets to that spot to give me that opportunity, to be honest. Also, because I had bad shoulders, I got to defend on the wing, and Pat was able to defend inside me, where I'd go back and do the kick returns. I wouldn't usually be in that position. And so it just worked out real weird. Like, I remember Thurston kicked it, and how it happened, he actually got taken out after he kicked it, which left a little bit of a chink in the defensive line chasing down. And Brett Hodgson noticed that, and I remember, I think it was Travis Norton came out of the line and took Brett out. He passed it to me. I sort of went off my right foot, and usually I step a few times, but in this example, I accelerated through the gap. And I remember I thought, I'm going to take Matt Bowen on here. And I tried to goose step him, and I thought I had him. But I goose stepped him and went around him, and he just like ate me up so quick. And it didn't work, and I was like, oh, like, bail out. What do I do? And I remember, like, I briefly turned to the side, and out the corner of my left eye, I could see Pat coming. And just naturally, I didn't think about it. Honestly, it just happened in the moment, and I just threw it. And then when I turned around, he caught it. And then I think people have spoken about it. Like, if he's not there, obviously the Fenn, Rod Jensen, I tried to back him up just in case he got tackled to maybe offload again, but he did the rest and scored. So I was only 50% of that. The other part was what Paddy did. And that was the story of that year. Like, I guess I get a lot of credit on that run of the team, but those guys in 2005, they actually helped me become a man. Like, I was just a boy. honestly. And the things they taught me, which you probably can't teach kids these days, the way they taught me, I was really lucky to be with those guys.
I came across a really cool photo. It was a really good one of Benji, a young Benji Marshall on the training paddock with you, and you were looking at him and smiling. Like, when you think of Benji at that time and what he was able to do and how he's inspired a generation, like, can you sum it up for us?
He was a kid. I still call him a kid. Now, he, I guess changed, not the way, but like, you could certainly know that he was a superstar. After that grand final, you were seeing kids step and play the way that he was trying to play, passing the footy, flicking it. It was just good fun, really good fun. He's a good mate, want him to do well, and exciting.
Well, that means that group, you mentioned it off the top, I mean, you must be forever, we assume that you are forever bonded, but like that, I mean, what are the plans for the 20 years? Will you go on a trip, as you say?
Yeah, we are. It's crazy. Like, it's something that players work so hard for every year, and they don't come around that easy. Like, a lot has to go your way, luck, injuries, form, you know, turning it on at the right time. You know, like, and we put it together crazily all in one season where we should probably have never won, going off what everyone else said, but we just built this belief, and you know, like, to this day we still say it, we're brothers for life, bonded by what happened in 2005, and I just feel lucky, like, to be able to play with those guys. Like, there's guys like Brett Hodgson had amazing seasons, Scott Prince controlled all of the games, you know, put us in good field position. I just played footy. Honestly, all I had to do was, if I wanted the ball, I'd call it, they'd give it. Mark O'Neill, John Scandalis, Ben Galeers, like, everyone just did their job. And I was just lucky enough to play off the back of that.
Well, you got the recipe just right. That group did, and it's something you can celebrate forever. And 20 years. Well done. Enjoy it.
We got
there we go.
tattoos.
You're in ink. Show it. Is this, you all did it together?
Yeah. My arms used to be smaller, so it's stretched a bit now that they're big. But,
Over the years.
We all got it, except for 2, but I won't name them because they'll be ashamed. But they don't do tattoos. But we were very drunk when we got it, and I don't actually remember getting it.
Didn't even hurt then? No.
I actually don't remember.
No.
I woke up, I was like, oh, how good.
Wow.
We did it.
Best way to get a tattoo, I'm
100%.
sure. I don't know, but I believe so.
I wouldn't recommend it, but don't drink and tattoo.
Thanks so much, Benji. That was awesome.
All good.
Favourite music or artist?
Oh, favourite musical artist. I reckon at the moment it's been Marley.
Oh.
But they're a reggae band.
Right. Can you hum some of their best hits? No.
I don't want to embarrass myself. The music's too good.
Favourite music artist, honestly, anything country. I loved Keith Urban growing up.
I'm not island guy, so RSA band, Team Ma'a, shout out Team Ma'a, old school. So you probably don't know, but it's all like Samoan bands.
Favourite music artist at the moment I've been liking country, so I would have to say Luke Combs probably.
Nah, at the moment probably Dave. He's a rapper, UK rapper, Dave.
Dave?
Yeah.
What's Dave like? He's good.
Dave.
My favourite music artist is Rihanna.
I'll say Michael Jackson.
Is there an art to kicking a field goal?
I like to get in a certain position on the field, specifically the right post, but I feel like it's all in the drop. If you ruin your drop, you could save it with a good strike, but the majority of the time, if you don't drop the ball properly, you'll miss it.
There's been some sin bin issues in the past. Victor, have you been hard done by?
No, I say no.
No?
No, I think that was... I'm reckless, and I think I've learned the hard way as I've gone through my career.
What does Victor Radley now say to Victor Radley from, say, 10 years ago?
Oh.
Has he got a message for him?
I know when people say, like, I wouldn't change anything, I would change some things, I tell you.
Yes.
I don't know, I'm thinking of a few at the top of my head.
Yes.
Last tackle play. Papali to Moses. He'll get a shot. Mitchell Moses on its way. Look at the fans go up. The blue and gold had it locked in. The moment it came off the boots.
Back towards that left post and hit it arrow straight.
Here we go.
He's in the pocket.
Here we go. Loaded up for number 7 for Parramatta. He signed on for 5 years and he started paying it back right there. What a day for Mitchell Moses.
Feature of your game that you've kicked plenty over the years, field goals. Is there an art to kicking a field goal, Mitch? Did you? This is how I want to take my shot at field goal. Is that how it unfolds?
I like to get in a certain position on the field, specifically the right post, but I feel like it's all in the drop. If you ruin your drop, you could save it with a good strike, but the majority of the time, if you don't drop the ball properly, you'll miss it.
You're a goal kicker as well. So goal kicking, we've asked you before about goal kicking routine and practice. What about field goal practice these days? Would there be a week go by where you don't practice field goals from all points of the field?
I'm pretty strict on that. At least after every session, I'm practicing field goals. I feel like it's a big part of the game at the moment. 2-point field goals. It's probably not my range, but that's in there, and I feel like a lot of players are practicing that stuff now. So,
spoken to Matt Burton about it. Matt last year kicked golden point field goal winners consecutive weeks. He loves the pressure. Doesn't necessarily like golden point. Are you the same? Like, could you do without golden point? You found yourself in that position before where you are the man, you are the focus.
Yeah.
You can win or lose the game.
I like it. Like, I mean, as a kid and you're playing in the halfback position, 7 or 6 or 1, if you want that moment and you got to own that moment, it's obviously good when it comes off, but you got to be ready for if it doesn't come off and you lose the game and it's your fault, you got to take the criticism. But that's all part of the job and it's part of the position that you play, and that's why we play in these positions, because we want these pressure moments and you want to nail them, and it's good when it comes off, but you learn from it if it doesn't.
Well, I feel like you've been on the show enough years that I can ask you the good and the bad. What's the worst miss of your career?
Yeah, this is a funny one. So my best mate, he played 6 first-grade games, didn't win 1 game. He played at the Tigers with me, Nathan Malone, and there was a field goal against Melbourne at Leichhardt, and I was about 20 metres out. This is for his first win, and he still speaks about it today, and I've dead set. I should have thrown it over, and I've sat back on it, missed it.
They're in perfect position right now. Moses again. The strike is away to the side.
He's missed it.
Cooper Cronk goes up the field, kicks a 40-metre field goal, we lose.
He comes back to Cronk now. The strike is a good one. Cooper Cronk has won for Melbourne.
He still brings it up today that I've cost him his only win in first grade.
And now we'll immortalise it on the fan.
Yeah, there you go. Bring that up. He'll love that as well. Nathan Malone, he still speaks about it today.
And your number 1 field goal? Let's finish on in your mind, in your words.
Number 1, I'm not sure. I mean, the one against Penrith always was good last year, but the one against the Bulldogs, I think earlier in my career, was golden point 1.
This is the chance right now. Moses, right foot, hits it pretty well. He kicked it. Parramatta win it off the boot of Mitchell Moses.
That was one of my earlier ones, so.
Or may there be plenty more.
Yeah.
A very popular figure in the game. I think you must know you have the respect of fans. Do you feel that? Like, not just Roosters fans. I think a lot of fans like watching you play.
Yeah, I do. I feel like it come from maybe my early years. I think people still kind of go off that a bit. But yeah, I do feel like I love rugby league fans, and I feel like I've got a good crowd of fans. I've got my my demographic is a little bit different, and it's a good demographic. Right. They're my type of people.
There's been some sin bin issues in the past. Victor, have you been hard done by?
No, I say no.
No.
No, I think I'm reckless, and I think I've learned the hard way as I've gone through my career. But I'm happy with it. I learned everything the hard way. I've been told, but you got to do it the hard way, and I've done it the hard way. But I don't think I was hard done by.
Well, people who watch you would say, often they use the expression old school. He's an old school player. He'd fit into an era 30 years ago. Is that a badge of honour? That
no, I'm happy
the
with
older
that.
fan has that opinion?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm happy with someone having that opinion. I'm not turned away from it. I don't mind hearing it, but I feel like the last probably 2 seasons I'm maybe a bit less old school, which is probably a good thing for our side. I had to change and go with the times, and I think I have a little bit, but still got a lot of work to do.
I'm interested to hear what you say. Define toughness. What's toughness to you? Because rugby league's a tough game. Everyone's tough. It doesn't matter whether you're big, small, tall, whatever. Everyone's tough to play this sport. But what do you define as toughness?
Toughness is just when you have nothing left to give and still going, still finding, often it's at the end of games or end of halves, and if you're the bloke that has given everything, but you keep going, you can always find that other guy. I feel like toughness is something around that end of halves, end of games, when you have nothing left, but you still do it anyway, and they're the best players you want to play with.
Okay. Is what you do the best fun you can have? Like, you love every moment of it, or there's parts of it?
Oh, no, I don't think it's the best fun you can ever have when you're actually on the pitch, but the feeling at the end of the game is the best feeling in the world, bar none. And the harder you went on the pitch and the harder it was on the pitch, the better the feeling is at the end. And often I say, even at training in pre-season, I don't love training and love getting flogged, but I love finishing the session and knowing I've done it, and that's the drug that keeps you going back. So in the sheds after the hardest possible performance is the drug that you love, not so much the actual moment in the middle of it.
You've got a fair few years under your belt now, and there's been great success, grand final success, you're an international. What does Victor Radley now say to Victor Radley from, say, 10 years ago? Has he got a message for him?
I know when people say, like, I wouldn't change anything, I would change some things. Yes. I'm thinking of a few at the top of my head.
Yes.
Nah, I wouldn't say too much, because even if I told my young self, I would have still had to learn it the hard way, same as everything else. So, yeah, I probably would tell myself some things, I probably wouldn't have listened, and then I'd be in the same position. All right,
how does the rest of the year... You're a long way from retiring, by the way, Victor. We're not pushing you out the door. What's the rest of your career look like? Are you a goal setter? Do you write things down? Do you take it, a month, a season at a time?
I don't write much down, to be honest. At the start of the year, I think of some shorter-term stuff, and this year was get as fit as I can, as strong as I can, but I haven't looked much further ahead than that. Have heaps of kids.
Now it's time for another memorable NRL moment from this round 15 years ago.
Travis Burns drop out, not particularly deep, but 40.
And 20 seconds remaining. They are going to charge to the left-hand side, you would imagine, and open the field up for Brett Kamali. Good run. We are locked at 18 apiece. Kamali is in position. He strikes it. It is played away. Luke Lewis now in open space. He finds Michael Jennings. And the Penrith Panthers record an amazing victory. What a performance!
Have a look at the charge down outside. Have a look at it. Have a look. Well, they've got to go upstairs. As it happened, it all looked good. Luke Lewis somehow regathered that football. The charge down by one of the Penrith players. Who's got out and made that charge down? Was it Travis Burns?
I think it was Travis Burns.
I think it was. Somehow Luke Lewis pulled this ball in. It had gone behind his back. He regathers off to Michael Jennings, just looking for someone with the speed.
Well, he knew who he had to give it to. And this will be a try. And the Bulldogs have lost this game in the cruelest possible fashion. And Penrith.
That's a super effort from Burns out of marker to charge that kick down.
As we relive the final play of the game.
Great sacrifice from Travis Burns. Out at mark, or defending at marker. He got out of there. He put pressure on Kamali. Kamali had to go for it.
Hey kid, Todd Clayton here. Big hombre. Question for you. Now, as a coach, would you be happy if one of your players prepared the way you did for the grand final?
Oh, no.
A season game, semi-final, or the big dance? Let me know.
Oh, my God. Well, mate, thank you for the question, first of all, and you got beautiful eyes and a very good shiny head. But I don't know, it's weird. Like, as a coach now, I try and encourage players to be themselves and find a preparation that works for them. But going to Macca's and going to your mate's 21st night for a grand final, I probably wouldn't recommend. And probably if someone did it now, they'd get crucified for it. So I probably wouldn't say it, but if that's your thing and that's going to make you play at your best, then go for it. Don't do it.
It worked.
Why not?